More about securing
Good evening. Welcome to the August 7th, 2017 Planning Commission. It's 7:01. We're going to go ahead and convene the meeting. Could we get a roll call?
Commissioner Behringer,
Present.
Chair Niblin,
Present.
Commissioner Gordon,
Here.
Commissioner Clifford,
Present.
and Vice Chair Cooper, and Commissioner Campbell is absent.
Thank you. I guess we'll go ahead and move to the salute to the flag. And Commissioner Clifford, I'll ask that you lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Clifford. So we'll move then to administrative business. The first item under administrative business is the approval of the order of the agenda. Commissioner Clifford.
I move to approve the order of agenda.
Commissioner Behringer.
I'll second that motion.
Great. Well, we've got a motion and a second. Let's go ahead and vote. Great. So that's 4 in favor. The record will reflect that we've been joined. Indeed. Thank you.
Swing vote.
Yeah, the swing vote, indeed. Okay, so that'll move us then to the approval of minutes. We've got minutes of June 19th, 2017. We were, pursuant to a recent change in our own bylaws, the vote that we take under this particular item is one simply to receive and sort of enter into the record the minutes. It's not necessarily a validation or verification of everything in them. So, our past practice has been to ask those who are absent to withhold voting, but that's not a practice under our bylaws we actually need to continue to engage in. So anybody who's comfortable voting on the minutes is free to do so. Again, we've got the minutes of June 19th, 2017 before us. Commissioner Clifford, looks like you've got something to state.
Yes. On packet page 10, next to the last paragraph, it starts out with the assistant city attorney, and it talks about the sole owner of the various 860 condos in the complex. There were only 170 in the complex, so that just needs to be corrected.
Thank you. Noted.
And then, if nobody else has any corrections, I would also move to accept the minutes.
Okay, excellent. So, Commissioner Gordon.
I'll second that motion as amended.
Okay, so we've got a motion and a second. Why don't we go ahead and vote? Okay, well, that's 5 votes unanimously in favor. Thank you. We don't need a designation of liaison to the city council meeting. Is that true?
Correct.
Great. Could that moves us then to oral communications, and this is the portion of the agenda that's available to the public to address the Planning Commission on any issue within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Commission that is not on the agenda. The time allowed for any speaker will be 3 minutes. I don't have any speaker cards presently. I don't know if there's anybody who wishes to address the Commission on a matter that isn't otherwise on the agenda. Seeing nobody, we'll go ahead and move off of oral communications. We don't have any consent items. This will take us then to new public hearings. The first item is CDP 38517, which is a coastal development permit Again, CDP 38517, filed by Adeline Sullivan on behalf of Pacific View Villas, to modify the existing location of the coastal path at 200 to 224 Palmetto Avenue, APN 115220999 in Pacifica. The proposed amendment would alter the location of the coastal path in response to coastal erosion on the existing path, and the project site is located within the coastal zone. The recommended action here is to continue the public hearing to September 18th, 2017. Is there anything further from staff on that?
Nothing further. It's just that after we noticed this item, we determined that we needed a little bit more information on the grading of the area, and they needed a little bit more time to get that together for us.
Thank you. Is there anything we need to do by way of opening a public hearing at this point, or can we just move to a motion to continue this item if
I
the
would just
commission is so
double
inclined?
check that nobody wants to speak, and then we could go ahead and make a motion.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and confirm that whether or not there's anybody here to speak to this item. It doesn't appear there is. So, Commissioner Behringer, did you have a motion?
Yes, I do. I'll move to continue the public hearing to September 18th, 2017 for CDP 385-17.
Commissioner Clifford?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion is second. Why don't we go ahead and vote? Again, this item unanimously approved on a 5-0 vote. Thank you. Takes us to new public hearing, item number 2, which is S 12517 and CDP 38617. This is Coastal Development Permit CDP 38617 and sign permit S 12517 filed by Todd Morose of Ramsey Signs, Inc. to remove 4 existing monument signs and replace with new monument signs under a new master sign program for the Ocean Air Apartments at 100 Esplanade Avenue, APN 009-023-070 and APN 009-024-010. In Pacifica, the project site is located within the coastal zone. The recommended CEQA action is Class 2 and 3 categorically exempt pursuant to Sections 15302 and 15303 of the CEQA guidelines, and the recommended action is to approve as conditioned. Can we get a staff report for this item?
Good evening, Commissioners. I am Assistant Planner Bonnie O'Connor. Before you this evening is a project involving demolition of 4 existing freestanding monument signs and construction of 4 new signs in the same locations under a new master sign program for the recently renamed Ocean Air Apartments at 100 Esplanade. The Ocean Air Apartments are located on 2 parcels split by Esplanade Avenue at the intersection with Palmetto Avenue. The multiple monument signs would identify the properties under the updated name in a uniform and aesthetically pleasing manner. Additionally, each sign would clearly display the address of the properties for visitors and emergency responders that may be traveling from various directions to the property. Staff found that the proposed designs of the signs are appropriately sized for the property and would complement the current colors being painted on the buildings. Staff recommends approval of the project with the conditions detailed in Exhibit A of the attached resolution. The conditions include requiring the applicant to provide a site distance analysis for the signs stamped by a registered engineer and a landscaping plan to ensure that the signs would not be obstructed by vegetation. Staff recommends that the project is categorically exempt under CEQA, and that concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Any questions from commissioners regarding the report? Commissioner Clifford.
Yes, I wanted to know if these signs are backlit. It appears that they are from the drawing, but I don't remember it being mentioned.
There would be lighting within the cabinet of the light, or the signs, so.
It would be visible at night also, so,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, it doesn't appear there are any other questions or comments for staff. Is there someone here to speak on behalf of the applicant with respect to this matter? Yes, sir, please. If you've got anything to add, please feel free to do so.
No, I have nothing to add.
Okay, excellent.
But I'm here to answer any question if you have any questions.
Excellent. Is there anybody's got any, and I'm sorry, sir, for the record, could you state your name?
Yes, my name is Nasser El Salhi. I work for the owner, basically.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here. Are there any questions for this gentleman? I don't see any. Well, please feel free to have a seat. If we have any questions that come up, we'll let you know.
Thank you.
At this point, I want to see if there's anybody who is interested in addressing this matter. I don't see that it's likely since I don't see anybody else out there. So doesn't appear that we have any other comments or questions with respect to this matter, so we'll bring it back to the commission. At this juncture, gentlemen, anything to add to the mix? Commissioner Gordon?
I see this as a very nice upgrade. The sign is, proposed signage is, as Bonnie mentioned, is aesthetically pleasing, and I'm in favor of it and ready to make a motion when I can see that we're all on the same page.
Commissioner Campbell?
I'm going to second that motion when it comes around.
Commissioner Clifford?
Well, I just wanted to say that even though the signs are a tiny bit bigger than the original signs, they certainly look to be appropriate, and they're quite nicely done. So I'm going to be in favor of this.
Thank you. I only had one thing to add, and that is, as I was perusing the conditions of approval, I actually noted with staff that I think that there are actually two conditions that address kind of the same thing. I think one was condition 2 and the other was condition 9. I understand that the intent is to go ahead and delete condition 9. These both deal with landscape plans.
Yeah, that was mistakenly put in there as a duplicate. The intent is to keep condition 2 and remove 9.
Thank you. Okay, well, I certainly, subject to that, I'd be in favor of any motion that ultimately was forthcoming. So it doesn't appear that any other comments. Commissioner Gordon?
Thank you, Chair. Let me go to the magic page.
Looks like it's
I have found that I have been handed the magic page. I move that the Planning Commission finds the project is exempt from CEQA, approves sign permit S-125-17, and coastal development permit CDP-386-17 by adopting the resolution included as attachment B to the staff report, including conditions of approval and Exhibit A to the resolution, and incorporate all maps and testimony to the record by reference.
Thank you. Commissioner Campbell, did you want to do what you said you were going to do?
I'll second that motion.
Excellent. So we have a motion and a second. Why don't we go ahead and vote? Okay, that was approved unanimously on a 5-0 vote. Takes us then to, looks like communications. Any commission communications? Commissioner Clifford?
I'm sorry to have to communicate that Tom Campbell, a very kind, generous man who has always been in support of the city of Pacifica. He was our head librarian and then moved on to the San Mateo County Libraries, has passed away. He passed away in his sleep. I'm not sure if it was last night or the night before. But, I would like to close the meeting in his honor.
Thank you for sharing that. Anything else? I don't see any other commission communications. Staff communications.
My only update is that the city council held interviews for the vacant seat on the planning commission on Thursday, and they're expected to have on their agenda appointments on the 14th.
Thank you. Well, that said then, we've got, that brings us to adjournment. And I guess, again, was it Tom Campbell you said who we'd be adjourning in favor of, or in memory of?
Tom Bell.
Tom Bell.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Tom Bell. Well, then do we have a motion then to adjourn, subject to that? Commissioner Clifford?
I move that we adjourn.
Commissioner Gordon?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion is second. Okay, we're unanimously in favor of adjourning. Thank you.